So, we need to figure out how to beat Jeff. Jeff has a Torkoal with a Custap Berry and Explosion. Explosion. Licky Licky has a Explosion. Skuntank has Explosion. Oh, these have Explosion. And Flareon has whatever. God. Seriously? What's the difference between this and a Nuzlocke? So this is a Nuzlocke, but it's in a Nuzlocke in a game that is so brutally difficult where every single team you have to plan for because every single team can kill you. Chat, this is going to take like a year to plan out this battle, and if any one of these lines doesn't work, we just can't do it. I think this battle, we have to risk a crit. This is stupid. This fight is stupid. I can't figure out I can figure out a way past the Torkoal, that's it. Could you theoretically put in the chat GPT and have it spit out some answers? You know what? I am playing a Pokemon Run and Bun Nuzlocke. I am fighting Kindler Jeff. Here is my box. Optimal team for Kindler Jeff. It says Torterra, Dreadnought, Flygon, Mamoswine, Arcanine Hisui, and Gyarados. It says lead with Intimidate Gyarados to scout their moves. Okay, this little shit has no idea what's going on. ChatGPT is worse than chat. We've been here for 2.5 hours, and the best thing that I've come up with is we can fake out and then switch in Flygon to kill the Torkoal. Guaranteed no explosion. Then either Licky Licky or Flareon comes out. If we get burned, no crit, Flareon comes out. Every other situation, Licky Licky comes out. But then there's sometimes Licky Licky could explode depending on my HP. Sometimes it can body slam or power whip. And then if it bodies... I just hate looking at this spreadsheet because it's going to take like 10 hours and I'm almost certain it's just not going to work. Change the music. How much risk is involved? Okay, there's a 2% chance that we get burned, and then Flareon comes in as the second Pokemon. There's a 4% chance that Rapidash gets exploded on and dies. Rapidash has a 1 in 7 chance of not killing with 2 Fire Lashes, but they might miss a Fire Blast. Rapidash has a 4% chance of dying to Explosion, or a 1 in 7 chance of dying with getting a low roll. Or it could crit, so it's slightly less than 1 in 7. But if that happens, then Flygon sweeps, as long as it's not burned. But if it was burned, then the whole line was fucked anyways. This... I think we have to run this. I think we have to run this. The Rapidash line seems insanely risky. I mean, it's risking, we have to risk it. Flygon getting burned screws the whole line. Yeah, it's a 1 in 2, it's a 1 in 3 times 85% times 10%. So a 1 in 3, which is a 1 in 30, which is a 1 in 40. Here's the thing we need to consider, chat. I just won't get bad luck. So there's a 2.8% chance that everything falls apart and we wipe. This is one of the sketchiest battles we have ever done, by the way. I, after every turn, am going to use a 1-minute timer to force myself to think about every single turn before I make it. Because I have a bad habit of deciding too quickly and then realizing problems after. See how the flames blaze wildly? They flare in anticipation of my win. This is probably the riskiest fight we've ever done. The strategy that we've built... they have 3 Pokemon that explode! Like, what the hell? Okay, I'm setting a minute timer for every turn. Minus the first turn. Fake out. Okay. So now, past the switch. So we'll switch. Torkoal. For the love of, for the love of run and button. Please use Earth Power. Okay. Okay. That's great. So, the correct thing to do here is to just Earth Power and it dies. So it deals 150. And Fake Out deals a minimum of 11. So Earth Power always kills. After this turn, what am I going to do? After this turn, Licky Licky is guaranteed to come in because I outspeed and one-shot the other two Pokemon. Licky Licky could explode. Escavalier is going to take that hit. But we always Earth Power right now. We always Earth Power. There's no reason not to. There's my timer. Okay, I'm allowed to move now. I needed to think everything through just to be sure. I have to wait at least a minute for me. We Earth Power. And we guarantee kill Torkoal, no explosion. Torkoal's down. Licky Licky comes in. Licky Licky has a 4% chance to explode. I mean, we know the right thing to do here. We're at full health. Do we attack it? No, it is a chance to explode. We switch to Escavalier. We don't risk the line. We just go to Escavalier. It has a Citrus Berry in case it explodes to guarantee Fire Blast from Skuntank. If it doesn't explode, which it most likely won't, it most likely will be using either Body Slam or Power Whip. We're gonna hope for Power Whip just to give ourselves more HP in case something goes wrong. If it explodes, I will have a Citrus Berry activate, and then Skuntank's gonna come out and it screws everything. But again, we're just hoping the bad luck doesn't happen. We can play around the bad luck, but we're hoping it doesn't happen. I'm allowed to make my turn. So we switch into a Escavalier. And it takes a hit. We want to see Power Whip. Power Whip. Okay. So, now this is guaranteed to Fire Blast. This is guaranteed to Fire Blast. We switch in Rapidash on the Fire Blast. We really need Fire Blast to miss. 85% chance that it hits. 15% chance that it misses. We would like it to miss. If it misses, then Tabasco should have a high chance of living. Like a 29 out of 30 chance of winning. Which is not great odds, but it's the best we could come up with. But I think we just send in Tabasco and hope this Fire Blast misses. Okay, it hit. That's fine. No crit, please. No crit at least. Alright. Now this is the turn. This is the turn where everything can fall apart. We Fire Lash on this turn. Licky Licky is going to Body Slam. Or explode. Am I dead to a crit right now? No. No, I'm oh. Yes, I am dead to a Body Slam crit. A Body Slam high roll crit does kill me. That's not gonna... If I crit... Yeah, but that's impossible. Yeah. I thought we calc'd that couldn't happen. We did, yeah. We send in the Fire Lash. I think no matter what we win, but Tabasco's life is on the line. That seemed like a good roll. No crit, body slam, no explosion. We got paralyzed, but we have the Cherry Berry. I think that's a good roll. Oh, the burn! I think the burn guarantees it. Because Fire Lash at -1 deals 58%. So Fire Lash kills, Tabasco stays alive. And then because we see a kill on Skuntank, Flareon has to come in next. That's right. The hot sauce beat the tongue. This Hot Ones episode is insane. Okay, I think we just Fire Lash now. God, I'm shaking. I'm shaking. Fire Lash does kill. There's nothing. The next turn. No, Flareon should come in. Right? Because we one-shot and outspeed Skuntank, so it'll never want to come in. Yes. Okay. So now, this is either going to Stomping Tantrum or Flare Blitz. We're going to hope it's Stomping Tantrums, or it could Solar Beam, or it could Facade. It can actually just use any move. It doesn't really matter what it uses, because Flare Blitz could always happen, so... Yeah, Gyarados kind of tanks them all, so we switch in Gyarados. Yes. We get the Intimidate off. We're going to hope for Stomping Tantrum. Facade, okay, that's the next best thing. You don't take poison from bad poison? Okay, that's annoying. So now it is going to either use Facade or Flare Blitz. Flare Blitz would be better. Because it does less. It would greatly complicate things if this... It would greatly complicate things if this crits. But we switch in Alaska now. Facade does not do more damage. Or Facade does more damage now. Yeah, okay. Well, Facade, no crit. We one-shot with Rock Slide and outspeed. Okay. Because now it's guaranteed to Stomping Tantrum. Well... Wait. Wait. It's guaranteed to Stomping Tantrum. Flygon is not burned. Flygon kills and outspeeds with Stomping Tantrum. And Skuntank also dies to Stomping Tantrum. So I think instead of Rock Slide, we go to Flygon. Because it's guaranteed to use that. And we take no damage from both Skuntank and Flareon other than an Aftermath. There's Stomping Tantrum. And now we Stomping Tantrum in return to kill. I'm not missing anything. I'm not burned. Rather not get punched for Rock Slide. Miss Rock Slide. Can't miss in this game. It has been adjusted. Bad Tantrum. Go. Yes. Bok Choy is 126 speed, which is faster than Flareon and faster than Skuntank's 123 speed. So Skuntank comes out next. Skuntank comes out. And Stomping Tantrum deals 101%. Deathless. No explosions. That was good. That was about the best timeline. That's about as best as you could expect. Chat, we have 2 trainers before the gym leader. We're here to beat Battle Girl Danielle, who is one of the few trainers left before Flannery, the 5th gym leader in this. I assume it's that one in the corner that I need to go to. I'm so scared. I'm so scared. These fights are getting... Like, if we missed a single small detail, it just could be over. Okay. I'll battle with you. So, this lovely lady has 5 Pokemon. She's going to open with a Slowking, and I'm going to open with a Sturdy Donphan. My Sturdy Donphan does kill with 2 high horsepowers, and it outspeeds this Slowking. Slowking is either going to use Scald, we have a Frost Berry for that, or it's going to Future Sight, which does nothing until my Torterra comes out. So, we start with high horsepower, because we have Sturdy and will survive any hit, even if it crits. Okay. It did use Future Sight. All right. This is the worst case line, which we did plan for. High horsepower now will guaranteed kill. Yes. Now, Golurk is going to come out because all of the other Pokemon do not see kill. And Golurk outspeeds. So, we are going to be taking potentially up to 95% of my HP on Sprout right now. Because we're going to take the Future Sight and up to maybe a Shadow Punch. That was Earthquake. That is, I think, the best case scenario. It could have blocked as well. Alright, so the Citrus Berry activates. And now we use Synthesis until we're above 114 HP. We outspeed. He doesn't have any priority. So we're free to Synthesis. It used Block. Okay, great. So now we will Giga Drain. And it will deal up to 50% of this Golurk's HP. It's about 50. That's totally fine. It's going to use Shadow Punch. I am still above 114 HP, so I Giga Drain again. This shouldn't kill unless it's a crit, which is fine. We just Giga Drain again. As long as we're above 114 HP, we can attack. Okay. It will use Shadow Punch. Okay. So now we will Synthesis again till we're above 114 HP. Or... yeah. Alright, we're at 100% or 118 HP, which is good. Which means we're free to Giga Drain. And then Emboar will come in and will C-kill with only Flare Blitz. Because it does 109% to 129%. And it outspeeds because it has a Choice Scarf. And it just outspeeds naturally. Because it's Jolly. Emboar comes out next, and it is guaranteed to Flare Blitz no matter what. So, We will switch in Alaska to take the Flare Blitz. Alaska cannot get burned. We have accounted for 1 crit, not 2. If it crits twice, we could be in a weird spot. No crit. Fantastic. So now we will Rock Slide twice and then Extreme Speed to kill. Okay. We'll Rock Slide again, and this second Rock Slide could kill. We'll see. There's a Flare Blitz. Good. Citrus Berry activates. That'll bring us above 50%, which will guarantee either Scale Shot or Earthquake on Flygon. I believe it could be Earthquake. We'll see. All right, that did kill. Cool. Flygon comes out. Yes, perfect. All right, so now because I think I'm above 56% HP, it is guaranteed to Earthquake here. We will switch in Dino Nugget on the Earthquake. Okay. Now it is either going to use Scale Shot or Giga Drain. And because I didn't take any damage, Acrobatics deals 86%. I think we switch out to keep Dino Nugget alive in case something goes wrong on Blaziken. So we're going to switch into Truffle on either a Scale Shot or a Giga Drain. Most likely use the Scale Shot here. No, it's guaranteed to Scale Shot here. And it will take up to over 100% of its HP, but because Scale Shot is a multi-hit move, the Citrus Berry will keep it alive unless there's like 4 crits in a row, which is so astronomically low odds that if it happens, the universe deemed it was fated. It was fated. If we get crit multiple times, then there's just nothing we could have done. But it's okay. It'll only 2-hit. Okay, it'll only 3-hit. Okay, it 4-hit. Jeez. Alright, it got all 5 hits. Very cool. Now Ice Shard will kill. 100% of the time. So now we will Ice Shard. Which, guaranteed kills because of the Life Orb and Defense Drop. Only one of those needed to happen. Alright, so now Blaziken's gonna come in. And it sees a kill with literally any of its moves. And this is where something could go wrong. We need it to not crit Gyarados. Please, if it crits Gyarados here, we could be in a bad situation. I don't think it'll use any move except knockoff, I think. Because I did use my Citrus. So hopefully it doesn't knock off here. But we Intimidate. We break its white herb. And we have an Arceus backup. But that is, of course, pretty scary still. That is the worst case scenario. It did not do over half. Okay. I now kill it with Waterfall. A Brave Bird crit kills Sashimi. And it is guaranteed to Brave Bird. It is guaranteed to Brave Bird. So, we do have Archeops. And we do also have Donphan. If I switch in Archeops, Archeops crit takes 45% of its HP. Why not switch for Intimidate? Archeops just baits close combat, exactly. Would he outspeed? No. I think a crit kills no matter what. I think we just have to risk a crit here. Unless we can somehow do some Brave Bird nonsense, I think it just always kills. Pivot for Citrus Healing. Yeah, okay, wait. Does a close combat crit kill Gyarados? 106 out of 180. It does not kill if close combat crits. And then we can also get the Intimidate off, which will guarantee that Brave Bird crit won't kill. Then Overheat deals less than that. Crit goes through Intimidate? Yes. We're not dancing around a crit. No, so here's the thing. If it uses... here's the thing, chat. If I switch into Donphan guarantees lives a crit no matter what. It's gonna Brave Bird, right? Then, because it used Brave Bird, it has to use either Close Combat or Overheat. Because of that, Gyarados lives a crit of both of those moves and gets an Intimidate off. It gets an Intimidate off, which is big because it is both used potentially Overheat, and if it's intimidated, Torterra can't get crit. And Torterra is at like 70%. So if it's used Overheat, then it's going to deal 50%. I can still Synthesis, and I can still survive a bunch of hits on Torterra we could kill. So I think the best option here is to switch into Donphan, and to take a Brave Bird, it takes a little bit of damage, and then it's going to use Close Combat or Overheat to lower its stats to give me another chance to kind of play around that. Is Torterra going to tank? Yes. Torterra can take any hit except for a Overheat, but that's fine because it... Yes. Yes. The answer is yes, it can. So I think we have to switch into Peanut here. And this is just so it uses a Brave Bird onto it. And then is... this is just so it uses Brave Bird onto this. And then we can switch into Sashimi on a guaranteed survival Overheat Close Combat even if it crits. How many Synthesis do I have left? Like 3. The speed boost doesn't matter. It's going to outspeed all of my Pokemon no matter what anyways. So, we're going to switch into Peanut. To take a Brave Bird. And... now it is going to... now it is guaranteed going to Overheat. Onto Gyarados. Which is good, because if Overheat doesn't crit, then we guaranteed beat Blaziken, I believe. If it crits, I believe Gyarados still survives. Because it'll go down, our Citrus Berry will activate, which will bring us above the crit range for Brave Bird. Okay. Does that bring us out of the crit range for Brave Bird? I think that was a high roll. It might not have. Okay, we're at 111. Okay, so it has been intimidated once, which means it's at -1 attack. And it did use Overheat, which means it's at -2 special attack. Twice. 2 intimidates. Okay. Tell me if I'm wrong, chat, but I'm going to time these people out for 1 hour. Because I believe it does have a, I believe it did have a white herb that deactivated that. It is now going to use... it's at -1 attack and -2 special attack. And it's guaranteed to Brave Bird now. We could switch into Archeops to get it to -2. And then I think Torterra might be able to 1v1. Let me check. Why not tank and hit? Because if it crits, I'm dead. Yeah, I guess Overheat just barely doesn't do it. Do we just risk a crit here? We're risking a crit. How much would a crit do? A crit Brave Bird deals 62 to 73%. Now I'm currently at 62%. So if it crits, Sashimi just dies. How much? I mean, Alaska can tank Donphan and then Archeops and then Torterra, you think? That would be sacrificing Donphan's life. Can we go Arcanine and then Torterra and then Gyarados to get -2 attack and -4 special attack, or is that too much? Yeah, let's check. Can we go into... so, Arcanine does take a Brave Bird. And then it's guaranteed to close combat, which we take 38% from. No, it's guaranteed. Then it's guaranteed, and then, yeah, it takes close combat. And then it's guaranteed to overheat in Torterra, which again, Gyarados lives. And then it's going to Brave Bird. And I think we need to risk a crit. I think we have to risk a crit. I think every line risks a crit. Chat! We just have to risk it. There's about a 1 in 16 chance that Sashimi dies right now. I believe Torterra is able to live any one hit no matter what to get the revenge kill with Earthquake. This is the safest option. Anything else risks the team. I'm doing it. No crit, no crit. Please, no crit. Yes! No crit! Okay. Oh. Sashimi is one of the most it's a super valuable Pokemon. But we couldn't risk anyone else because they're all really valuable. We beat them. We beat Battle Gold Danielle. 1 in 16 chance we lost Sashimi there. One more gym trainer left.